Welcome to the Masterclass 5, the last free masterclass of this series, where we are going to talk today about communication, how to communicate like a pro in any situation, whether it is at your work or whether it is doing videos or being out there. How do you communicate, and what is the mechanics of communication? Okay, so today Nandini is not able to join, so I'm gonna be doing multitasking here, bringing everyone in and also taking care of the admin stuff. Farah, welcome. Hi from Lebanon. I've been seeing your videos, truly awesome. And I'm seeing everybody's videos. It's great that you are out there, you're doing it and you're talking, and soon we will move into the next step is you getting out there on your own profile or creating your own group. The next step, Farah, is creating your own group and inviting people to join there and create a live stream schedule. So this is something that we would probably be discussing in the mastermind. um, But so welcome everyone. I see Selvi and everyone. Mia is here. Great, awesome. Akshay is here. Welcome to the last masterclass. So okay. Um, how do I don't know if I can do auto apply. Okay. Farah, I'm gonna give you a task. I'm gonna make you a co-host. So can you accept anyone who is joining? So I'm
Okay, sure.
Thank you. So I'm gonna make you a co-host and you are the admin now. Okay, so if anybody is joining, please accept. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about communications, the rational energetics of communication, what truly communication is about. First, we'll understand that and then we'll get into the mechanics. I'm going to be sharing a couple of videos for that. So this is a module from the um, understanding the resilience part. So this is a module from there which I'm going to be sharing with you. One of the modules. Also, okay. No, I'm gonna be, give me 1 second. I'm gonna be like doing the presentation mode. Um, okay, perfect. Now I just have to share. Okay, so you can see this, the energetics of communication. That is what we are going to talk about. So the energetics of communication, we talk a lot about our tone, our accent, our body language, which is important for sure, absolutely. But also we need to understand the energies, how the energies are communicated when we are in a room. So, especially the emotions. The unspoken feelings such as anxiety, judgment, frustration, and annoyance can be detected by others. These types of feelings color communications and can send mixed messages. Now, why this is important when you're in a room, when you're talking to somebody, when you're on video and you're talking, it can be anywhere. um, your enough emotions, your energy. See, emotions are energy in motion. So that energy is being detected by others through their the electrical signals. We are all electromagnetic beings. We can detect signals. We can detect the electromagnetic signals coming from other people as emotions, and it even crosses distance, time, and space. And when we are not clear about what we are communicating, we send mixed messages. These are unconscious signals. They don't, it's not like consciously they're telling, but unconsciously it works on them. So that is something that happens. To how do we avoid this? How do we not send mixed messages to people? Say, for example, you have to talk about a subject, but you're not truly sold about it, or you don't know about it, or you're still confused about it. How do you are maybe a relationship coach, and you have relationship problems in your life, and you feel like an imposter. How do you communicate authentically, confidently, without sending mixed messages? That is the question. So how you, being a leader in your own field, obviously a doctor, I'm a heart surgeon, doesn't mean I can get a heart problem. It can happen, but how do you authentically talk about it? So it doesn't, even if you're a relationship coach, it doesn't matter. You don't have a relationship problem, you will have a relationship problem, but how do you view it? How do you communicate it is the main, without feeling like a fraud, without feeling like an imposter, is the question. um, so again, this is workplace we are discussing. This is like a corporate presentation, but this applies to all the teams, all the groups that we are in. An estimated of actually 70%, you know this, the most mistakes happen because of communication, in relationships, in groups, in within friends, within family, within um, corporations, any big company. In fact, the biggest problem is communication, not being able to communicate properly. Hey, I need this by, for us, you know, like people who, like for people who do not have boundaries. I did struggle with boundaries. Telling someone I need this by so and so, telling someone who, you know, who has a um, who is telling others, say other leaders, saying I need this by so and so. So when we are working with, for example, when we are doing events and we are bringing in speakers, big speakers, they are, you know, they have big following, they have all of this. It gets so, I'm telling you, this is the problem. It gets so difficult to communicate with them everything and getting an answer back with them, from them. And they're big speakers, and this is from with every event. So now I know that when I am um, managing an event, especially inviting speakers, we double communicate. Hey, you gotta be so and so here. You have to put up our event flyer on your website. You know, setting some boundaries, giving information that all of that, again, through experience. But it is a struggle. It is with, in any environment, in fact, is communication is a problem. So now this is a major slide which you may have seen before, drama, but it's important to specify right now. Drama amplifies energy drains. Drama amplifies energy drains. Any energy drain. What is an energy drain? Any thought that lowers your confidence, any emotion that lowers your confidence is an energy drain. So when you're out there, when you're talking about something, and you are maybe thinking about the light, like right now I'm little bothered about the light is not good, or you're bothered about, you know, what you might say, or what you know, what you might be perceived. There are so many factors that come into play when you're talking, or when you're on stage, or when you are discussing in a group. So anytime when you feel frustrated about something, that energy communicates. Okay, so right now I don't care how. So now how do I switch? I don't care how the the light looks like, or how the my face looks like. Are you able to, the main question is, are you able to hear me properly? Yes. Are you able to see the slides? Yes. And are you maybe able to make out that, okay, I'm here, great, that's it is required. So when we all get so worked up in the small details, we amplify that energy drain. And another thing is, also justifying is a big energy drain. So when I ask you, when you're being asked, this is something that we don't see as an energy drain, but it is. Like when you are justifying something, whether, as a leader, people ask you questions. People ask you why you're doing this. Gayatri, you are a vegan fitness coach. Why did you eat pizza the other day, or whatever, whatever the question comes in. So when you start justifying, that becomes an energy drain. So you know who you are, if it needs, so you clarify where it needs to be, not, you don't start off with justifying. That is a very negative way of starting, and it's also a lower energy and energy drain for you. Negative projection. So that is why first we work on the mindset. Anytime we project a negative thought on our platforms, on our media, you are creating energy drains, and that actually sends a lot of mixed messages. So understanding and histories, what happened in the past, who cares? What happened in, oh, you did like this, Farah, you did like this, are you gonna be doing like this? It doesn't really matter. Today, actions actions speak louder than words. So your actions, how are you taking it forward today, is the most important. For me, like, of course, we know about blame, complain, we know that that is energy drain, and we don't want to do it, even in your communication. So when you're doing a storytelling, so now we are coming, so I'm kind of mixing a lot of aspects here. So when you are doing a storytelling, when you are talking, identify how the structure is happening. Make sure that there is no blaming, there is no history, there is no justifying, and negative projections. These are the major points that when you are doing a storytelling, that you look into. So it's all about, there's a I'm going to share with you one slide. um Hang on. Okay. Okay, so this is a slide I want to show. Our thoughts and emotions affect the heart's magnetic field, which energetically affects those in our environment, whether we are conscious of it or not. See, we have a electromagnetic field which is, apart like 3 feet around you, and this is not your aura. This is your energetic magnetic field. And so when this is like a broadcasting, it receives and sends signals. So when, and especially your heart is 5,000 times powerful than your brain, your thoughts. You have a thought, but you're feeling something, is going to project that into your environment. So when you're talking, and that's why when I am doing any talk, first thing is I do a lot of research. Without research, if I don't know and I talk about it, I don't do it. So that's any topic I take, I'm gonna be researching. So spend some time getting some skills before you talk. It is important. You just don't, that is the difference between an amateur and a prepared teacher, prepared leader. So you want to be first equipped with your own skills, and then when you know it, when you believe it, and then when you talk, it has extreme high impact. It will touch, because now you're coming from a place of knowing. Not, there are three things: I think so, I believe so, I know so. So when you talk from a knowing, not from believing or thinking, the impact is very powerful. So so This is for even, I know here Jay Prasad is there here, uh, from um uh, from a corporate point of view. Yeah, he's okay. Even from a corporate point of view, it is important to study, but also confidence is also important. You don't have to know, in a corporate situation, you don't have to know everything. You don't have, every project is different, and this you will only know with experience. When you all know, like Gautami is here, when you start off a new project, you're very scared. Okay, you want to be like all correct. You want to be like, okay, I don't know if I'm speaking right. I want to be humbled and all. But when you get there, there are now college grads who come out and act as if they know everything. The confidence level is super high. You might see it in your workplaces. So the confidence factor is very important. You might be wrong. It's okay. Even in a technical field, it's okay. There are different factors, different projects, different scenarios. It can go wrong. But first, from where you're coming, have a informed information, right? And then, and also present it with confidence. Hey, this is, and that is what will take you forward. If you're not confident about it, then nobody is gonna, that is the confidence is what takes you forward in any position, any role. So how do you balance both not knowing and having confidence is the question, and that comes only with practice. This is a question that, Pari, I don't, how do I be confident? It's like driver's license. You need to have license to drive, but to drive, for license you need to know how to drive. It is the chicken and egg. It is, for me, what I would say is practice. Make mistakes, it's okay. Make 100 mistakes, make 1,000 mistakes, but you'll only get better and better and better. So that is the next, the point is to do practice. This is another example. So basically what happened, Josh and Mabel, they were connected to the heart monitor, the brain monitor, the skin conductance, everything. And they were, first, the, they were very inseparable. Josh and Mabel, they were always together. And once what happened, um, Mabel was sent into a room where Josh was no, Josh is the guy, Mabel is the dog. So Josh was sent into a room, and they were monitoring both heart rates, the dogs and Josh's, the boys. And they were both not in synchronized. They were both different. Say, for example, this. So Josh and Mabel in separate rooms, they were all separated. It is different heart rates, and Josh enters a room, and he loves Mabel. So when he enters the room where the dog was, and he loves it, and immediately you see the heart rates have synchronized. They both are in the same level. So this is how we actually, our, it is called coherence. This is called coherence. When you are incoherent with another person, our heart rate sinks, and the communication happens in a much easier way. When you're communicating with, especially when you are communicating with somebody that don't agree with you, especially family members or some friends that it doesn't, there's always that competition. I'll tell you a technique how to get in sync with them when you're communicating. And Josh leaves, the Mabel wants Josh to stay, and again, the heart rhythms have changed. So this is something that tells you that how we can actually experiment to synchronize heart rhythm. And this particular phenomenon has been talked by many spiritual gurus. How we can actually communicate through our breath, without talking, getting people in sync. And this is something that I use as well before I get into any kind of presentation, any kind of group. And another example, a mother and a baby. So the baby is sleeping, the mother is just looking at the baby lovingly. That's it. The mother is not doing anything, she's just looking at the baby. And you see how when mother pays attention to the baby and feels At the same time, their heartbeats are synchronized. And the baby is sleeping, the baby is not even looking at the mother. This is another experiment, that how our attention and our heart emotions, when they are in sync, we can influence others. We can get, this is and the baby is not aware of it, the baby is not conscious, but yet you are able to sync. This is the power of coherence, getting in sync. This is the power of mind and heart connection. When you are in sync, you become an influencer, you become a powerful influencer. Again, if in a team, in a family, there are three people who are incoherent and the fourth one walks in time, this incoherence will become coherence in time. This is called law of entrainment. When you are with a group of people who are meditators, and when you enter, you have so many complaints. Okay, I can't meditate, I have this, I have that. But when you enter, in time, you get entrained and you become coherent. This is called law of entrainment, or the influence of a synced heart and brain. So what I want to say is, we can get entrained, we can create coherence, we can be a great influencer, but first it all begins here. You have to be in coherence. You cannot go in anxiety, you cannot go in frustration and expect results. And I've seen this again and again and again. So many people, they get all the certificates. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. um Hang on. Okay. Yeah, they get all the certificates, they get everything, and then they're like, Pari, what do I do? I, no, nothing is happening. It's like too much trying, too much. I have to do this, I have to, when there's too much, I have to go on social media, I have to do this, I have to get ready, I have to take care of this. You're all over the, first of all, thoughts are scattered, your energy is scattered, you don't have clear clarity, the clear precision, and you're only going to create more chaos, you're only going to attract more failures into your life, because you are not coherent, you are not calm. So being calm, taking care of your emotions, so take a checkpoint. What are your energy drains? Where are you spending your time more getting frustrated? So if technology frustrates you, say something that, okay, Farah says, Pari, I'm a spiritual teacher. I don't want to take care about technology. I don't know technology. How do I do it? Gayatri says that. So if it frustrates you, if it is taking up of 80% of your energy, get somebody to work for you. Pay somebody, pay $50 or something, and get that out of your plate, because so that you can focus on what you can do. And I'm telling you, that is well worth, because if you once you make some progress, there is a lot more energy and confidence that comes in, so you can do more, then you will take it out. And that's exactly what I've done. Don't stress on small things. Oh, I have to pay here, I have to pay. If it is bothering you, taking so much energy, please get someone to help you. Give it off to someone, whether it's a graphic designer or a flyer, whatever is struggling, like holding you back. Like, like you feel it in your heart, like, oh gosh, I don't know how I can do this, how I can do this. So get that. So we'll discuss about what that might look like and how you can get help. First thing is, if you want help, ask for help. Don't just sit and wait forever for things to move. It's not going to boom by itself. You have to take some action. So ask help. Don't, anytime you're stuck, ask help. That is how you move. Uh, it's like progress over perfection. That another quote. All of these are great quotes. So, so that is about energetics of communication. What concepts do you hold about yourself? I'm not a good my right profile doesn't look good, so I have to sit this way. What are your concepts? What do you believe about yourself is being projected out continuously when you are talking, when you are out there. So again, working on your subconscious mind is mindset coaching. has to go happen parallelly. Both techniques, skill, and mindset coaching. So when you want to get clients, Farah wants to get clients, or Akshaya wants to get some musicians to coach them about how to be calm, how to be conscious and be a singer, how to harness that source energy in your singing, how to tap into your intuition and bring that creativity into your thing. When you want to attract the right clients, first be clear who you want. This is very important because when I started off working, I attracted a lot of people who are not in alignment. And although the money is coming, but yet the work, the success is not happening because they are not in alignment. So first be clear. What do you want? Who do you want to work with? Write it. Do not forget about what market tells you, forget about what if the great gurus of social media tells you. You decide what who you want to work. Like I clearly wrote that I want to work with somebody who values me, who respects, who, if they don't respect you as a coach, then there is no progress. There is no for you or for the other person. Who pays money? You want somebody who can pay you, not, that is important for you as well. So be very clear of what you want as an avatar. And once you know, you are clear, and also write down what are their problems. What are their problems? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to address as a meditation teacher or anything in any area that you want to? If you're talking with a client, always get the pain points. So, for example, like we talked about CA today, Naresh is not here, but we talked about him. Anything when you are even at a corporate level, even at a business level, find out the pain points and always, like for example, have you ever seen Nike ad? Nike ad, go and see Nike ad. All they never talk about the shoes. They only talk about your passion, wearing the shoes, and you're achieving the goals. So they are actually connecting the shoe to achieving the goal. So it's all subconscious programming. See the Nike ad, just do it, right? Their tagline is just do it. They don't talk about shoes in that at all. They're talking about what you can do, that emotion. They're amplifying that emotion of achieving what your goals. That is what they're tapping into. And the Nike, of course, is a biggest brand. And how go and research about them. You'll see a lot of interesting things in their marketing, how they do it. I really like that point. So you don't even have to how to sell. Now today is last class, so that's why I'm kind of touching various different topics. How do you sell? It doesn't have to be salesy. Akshay, how do you sell yourself? It doesn't have to be salesy. You have to believe that your time has value. It's not, you don't trade hours for money. 1 hour, I'll teach you, give me 2,000 rupees. 2 hours, 3,000 rupees. You'll kill yourself to make good money when you do this. So I don't recommend doing hourly basis. No, not at all, because what you give, your energy, your expertise every, it's of great value. There, how much can you pay to get pregnant? How much can you pay to get out? If I can tell you, Farah, you'll get over all the obstacles and you'll be there, right, attracting the clients that you want. You wanna, overcome all those obstacles. So you cannot, you justify that in hourly. When you do that, you become very scarcity mindset. So you go into abundance and really talk about the the coaching, the value of your time, the value of your, you may not even spend the hour, even half an hour, the other person might get the great value. So you might not need that full hour because of your expertise, because of the knowledge that you have, the skills that you have. So stop getting out of, stop, stop trading hours for money. Instead, look at the total value, and that is what you will sell. That is what you will talk about. And It is not salesy because you're not selling anything. In fact, we sell every single day. We talk about, if we like, in, I remember when the Instapot came in 2014 or something. You all know Instapot, right? The When it came, I must have sold 20 people Instapots and I didn't get any money out of it just because I liked what it was doing. I would call every you, that's what you do when you like something, you call and say, "Hey, I watched this movie, go watch it. Hey, this is such a great show, go watch this show." And you're not getting paid, but you do it because you love that product and you want everybody to enjoy that. And that's exactly what you do. That's the exact emotion. If you feel the moment money comes and if you feel salesy, you got to change your money blocks. And by the way, an abundance course is coming up, 11-day course, May 28th, a free course, May 28th, sorry, May 28th to June 7th. It will be out soon, so Nandini will share the links once she's back. But I want to know now more. The next 15 minutes, let's talk. Farah, tell me, what is that within in terms of communication? What do you see? What is that you feel is holding you back? Or any questions?
Okay, so you talked about it, but my problem was that I want to have answers to every single question that may pop up from, let's say, clients or
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that's what that was mainly the my concern. So, but I changed my perspective to it, and now trying to see it from another perspective. And
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and sometimes it's about my language in English. Um, I feel that I cannot express what I really want to say. That's another thing, but also I'm working on it.
Yes. Great point. We don't have to know everything. But
Yeah,
when a question comes, be sincere, do the research and say, "Hey, I'm going to get back to you." We don't have to know
yeah,
everything.
true.
There is a, like, for example, have you ever seen Sadhguru's videos? Anyone? If he doesn't know,
Yeah.
he never says he doesn't know. He will go round and round and round and round and answer the question. If have you ever observed, or anyone observed that he will never say he doesn't know. So I feel a credible Mia says thumbs up, right? He never says I don't know. He knows every damn subject. And that's, I don't know how he does, but so if you, as a leader, it's totally okay to say I don't know. I don't know. You don't become small, you don't become any less. In fact, I feel it adds to your credibility, that you are accepting that, hey, I don't know this. Maybe even refer. You know what? Akshaya is a specialist in music. Why don't I get, what you should do is, this is an important point, get a list of all the names who are experts in that fields. So if I don't know something about music and I'm say, hey, you know what? I don't know this subject. Akshay is an expert in it, or Gayatri is an expert in it. Why don't you reach out? So, when you refer other people as well, that is also a sign of abundance. You're not scared to refer other people, you're not in competition. So, get a list of people who are, say, in your field, who are good in sound therapist, who are good in other fields, past life regression or inner child, whatever the, I'm just throwing names here. Refer them. And that's why we even talk about books. Read this book. You don't know every answer, but you can guide them to the answer. That is the job of a coach, is guiding them. Job of a coach is not to give all the answers. That is not our job. It is to guide where you could find the answer. and the answers might be different for each person. It may not be the same thing. So you will have to try different options until they get their result. So again, so this is also, like, even a meditation teacher doesn't have to be an expert in meditation. You start where you are, and you explore and you learn from that. So it is totally okay to not know everything. And English, I have seen so many teachers who do not know the language but who are extremely authentic and credible in that field. So language is has nothing to do with you being a coach. It has nothing to do. It is you being confident in talking bad English is what brings you that influence. Be it is all everything boils down to your confidence, how confident you are. It again, when we are worried about, oh, language and this and that, again the lights are reflected on you. You're thinking about yourself, you're not thinking about the value you're adding. You have to always turn other ways. How can I serve them? How can I help them? What value can I add? So you forget your own what the limitations. And of course you will, if you want to increase English, that is the goal. Watch English shows, get on Netflix, watch some shows. That's how you learn language. Watch some, go to YouTube and keep watching presentations of other people in English. Watch Joe Dispenza, great way to learn. And you'll get the jargon also, like the spiritual jargon. So you watch all those videos, and that's how you train. Don't watch normal movies. Invest. Again, you have to work. Nothing comes just like that. You have to work, you have to invest your time to become that leader. So yeah, thank you, Farah. Akshya, I want to hear from you today.
Yeah, sorry, what was the question?
Anything, share anything, what's going on, what's the update, what's happening.
I think right now I'm at this phase of my life that I'm trying to put myself out there so
Mm-hmm.
that I can get to know people around me, in and around me, and I can make friends, collaborate with them. So I guess I'm in that sort of a phase of my life. And today I recorded this video, which I'm going to post tomorrow, and
Okay.
about whatever, like about the song which I'm going to release. So I'm every time we sort of work on speaking out or putting ourselves out there, I think it makes us more confident and it gives us more energy to come back and then again, do it all over again. So I think I'm, yeah, slowly exploring and seeing what next steps would be. I think I'm very, I know what I want to do, but I'm just, I think, sort of slowly doing it, or
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is great that, what you said is, as you keep doing it, your confidence keeps building, and that gives you energy to move forward. That's a great point. So it is about action. A- Everything comes down to action. The more action you take, the more, just announce. And you have to do it before you think you're ready. Just announce a Farah, just announce a class. I'm gonna take this class, I'm gonna do this series, I'm gonna do this challenge, before you feel you're ready. And everything will start working out with a goal. So if you don't have a goal, you'll keep the time keeps going on and on. I'm not ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready. You say, you announce. If things doesn't work out, okay, then you know that I have to, what you have to do, what you need to do to get launch that or to do that. So actually, I'm waiting to see what you're going to launch, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited what's happening, what's coming through. And because I know you are a phenomenal influencer, phenomenal leader. So I know there's a lot of collaborations going to happen, lot of fusion coming up, and I can't wait to see that.
I'm feeling the energy.
Yes, absolutely. I always I see that there's a lot. You're going to do a really big stuff, and we're all. I'm waiting for that to unfold. What's happening, because
Yes, yes.
so so wonderful, wonderful. So today, again, I'll just summarize everything what we have spoken. We talked about goal setting. We talked about beliefs. We started off talking about beliefs. And even today, I talked about beliefs. What you have, the concept of yourself, your beliefs, is what continuously projecting. It is everyday work, everyday work. Even today, if I'm struggling with some program, something, I tell myself, Pari, okay, sit and think. What is the belief that you have? What do you have to change? Why is it, why are you feeling that stuckness? It's everyday work. There is no vacation from this. There is no Sunday and Tuesday. This is my affirmation time, or this is my goal setting time. No, every single day you work on this. What concept do you hold? Even meeting a friend. So, for example, the one we talked about, how to get in coherence. So if I don't like Gayatri, I don't like her, and she probably intimidates me when she's around me. So how do I, and I have to communicate with her. How do I do it? The power of breath. When you, so what you have to do is you would just sit, you would just visualize the other person, whoever that person or the group that you want to get in sync with, and you just breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out, and visualize that you are in sync with the other person's breath. When you do that, when you, and again, elevate your emotion, feel the gratitude, feel like, say thank you, I'm just happy that we are here together. With that emotion and with the attention, you will create coherence with the other person, and you, without you knowing, the other person is in collaboration with you. So it is a very powerful technique. You, we don't, and you can do it, you can do it consistently to see. Try this and see how it works out. See a group or a person that you want to work with. Maybe they are not in alignment. Maybe they are not they may be intimidating. So how do you influence? Even before you go to a concert, if you have to sing, visualize sending a wave from your heart of energy and sink into the group before you get there, before you work with a client, before you do anything. Get in sync with that person, and just with your breath, just breathing in and out, and have that person in your mind. Can I use it when I'm applying for the jobs or the interview? Yes, you can absolutely use this technique. Before you get to an interview, visualize the interviewer and just get in sync. So you, if you go in anxiety, you're only bringing that energy into that interview. So before you go there, just calm yourself down, meditate. That's why we say meditate, and just visualize with your breath that you are sending the energy of harmony, energy of confidence, whatever that energy. Have an anchor, have an anchor, like a word, like an intention. Energy of focus, energy of confidence, energy of attention of people, whatever that you want to anchor it in that moment. You can send it out through your breath. It is so powerful, this technique. So many people have written, people like Sonia Shoket, she wrote a whole book on this, on how to get in sync with other person, even though they don't like you, even though, but sometimes it depends on the emotion. If the emotion is too strong from the other person, it may take some time, but it will happen. So it depends on how the strong the emotion is from the other person and from you. So try this, Anu, and tell me how it works. And yeah, so we talked about belief. We talked about the next class was about goal setting. We talked about goal setting, how to set goals. And then we talked about confidence, how to increase wear confidence as Prada. today we talked last week, we also talked about fears, the different fears. Yeah, last session was very powerful. We went a lot deeper into the concept of fears. And today it's all about coming together, how we communicate, understanding our energetics. Everything is working when we are talking. Oh gosh, what am I going to say? What I'm going to say? It's time to, it's too much time. What I'm going to say? When you are in that thoughts, you're not going to be um, super influential. Like you're not going to impact as you want. Always be calm, always be confident in what you're wearing, how you're looking, what you're talking. Your message is important. And slowly start honing the other stuff also, how you look, or that that grooming, you do it as well in the background. But the main thing, the core has to be strong, and then you tone your legs, you tone your hands, whatever you want to do at that point. Then you start working on your overall presentation. But first we are working here on your core, and then we go into the bells and whistles. So that is about this. So today we end, and of course Nandini is going to come back and say, hey, we're going to have this mastermind, because next steps, what are the next steps, is how do you launch yourself, how do you market yourself if you're a leader in any way, whether it is applying for a job or apply getting clients in any way. How do you talk about yourself? And this is something that I've learned even in corporate, by the way, when I was with IBM. Whenever I had a situation, say Akshay is a difficult client and I had to work with her and I got the project done, I used to go and write down every situation, that this is what I've done, this is how the client resisted, and this is how I made it happen. And I would put that in my performance ratings, that this is how I dealt with a difficult client. So that is again because most of us have trained not to talk about ourselves, not to be too humble. Don't talk about yourself. Don't talk about yourself. But it is important to also mention what your achievements, so that that is how the other person gets confident that you are able to do it. When you give examples, watch my masterclass in hardcorereboot.com. I give a lot of examples that can be a template also on how to do a webinar. Akshay, you must do a webinar, you must do a masterclass. Talk about, start creating that. I should see a masterclass from you in whatever topic, whatever coaching you're doing. Examples, and then the shift, or the points that you want to mention. This will, and this, and to do that you need to also talk about how you helped, how, what you did for the other person to hire you as as a coach. What do they have to do? They need to know, like, if I work with Akshay, I will get my results. So I did a webinar on that, hardcorereboot.com. You go there, you can, it's a free webinar. You can subscribe and you can see how I've done it. It's a 50-minute or 59-minute webinar where I talk about examples, I talk about shifts, I talk about how I can help you. Everything in that webinar. So next step is about how you effectively sell yourself without actually selling. How do you believe in your own worthiness? How do you constantly increase that? How do you launch yourself? How do you get into technology and now understanding more of technology? So all of these parts, resources, we will be discussing more. And again, it is a mastermind. It's a monthly thing which we talked about. Nandini will share more on how and how you can join in, how you can subscribe in. She's working on it. So, yeah, with that, I think we'll close today's session, and we'll meet again. Of course, monthly, I want to do more of these sessions with everybody to get more questions, more how you're doing. Monthly ones, we'll do a masterclass for everyone. Any question before we leave? Gayatri, how are you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing well. I'm doing great. And today's class was actually, like a combination of all the previous classes and then summarizing it and again emphasizing into our brain of what all we learned and how to just keep implementing in every day, every task for that matter, and see the results or see the experience for ourselves. So I really like this class. And what you actually told to Akshay, right? Like, or even as you say always, like progress is better than perfection. And when you told her, like, just keep a goal, it's okay if you're not perfect, try it and see how it works. And if it does not, it's okay, we move on. So I want to know a little bit from you, like, okay, let's say we set a goal, we try to do it, and it doesn't work the way we expected or we thought it would. So then how do we, again come out of it, have that new enthusiasm or new hope to start something new again and not get dejected or depressed or sink into that hole that, oh, I was not able to accomplish this. If you can talk about this a little bit.
Great question, Gayatri. This is something that I've learned myself as well. We tend to, what happens most of the times is we tend to blame others for our own shortcomings. This happens quite many times. Say, for example, we set a goal and we didn't, I have to go live tomorrow. Simple goal. And I couldn't go live. And maybe there's a family function that came up, or the technology didn't work, or I didn't send out emails on time for people to come on, show up. There are many different things that, okay, I set a goal, I didn't go live. Okay, now everybody probably is waiting for me, but I didn't go live. There's a lot of, okay, what will happen? I lose my credibility. Oh my gosh, that anxiety as you're starting. um First thing is, I previously used to blame my husband. Okay, you know what, this is my important, you don't take my business seriously. Why? This is this is something important for me, or I blame whatever. So I realized that I was doing a lot of blaming for my own shortcomings. I did not prepare. I did not consider the time, that what it takes. It is me. It has nothing to do with anyone. I have to take this seriously. I have to set my priorities straight. And when I don't do it and I blame others for it, for whatever reason, then I'm truly giving my power away. So what I changed consciously, this thing is, I need to stop blaming for my own shortcomings. I have to learn how to plan. I have to learn how to get things in line. If I don't do it, who if I don't take seriously, who will take? So most often, first thing, why am I saying, is when we set up goals, when we don't meet, is most often it is us, that we are not, we haven't prepared well, or whatever the reason is, we didn't consider the time that takes to get that done. So always when a goal, it doesn't go right, then learn from it, write down, take a journal and write down what is that you need. These are all your success tips. You can write a book on that. Hey guys, this is what I write, when we are training for teacher training, I write them. When you're doing a meditation session on Zoom, make sure you have your laptop charger with you when you're running a meditation session. Most of the times, it's sometimes we don't charge our laptop, and it switches off in the middle, and you're in panic. Oh my gosh, the music has stopped, this and that. This happened to me. So I learned from that mistake, and I put that it happened to you as well. Yeah, it's a small thing, but if you don't remember, and you're leading and you're starting, because maybe you're late, you forgot. So again, it's our mistake. We should have been prepared. We should have a checklist. We should put a checklist here and say, hey, this is what, even though you have done it 100 times, there can be a time that you forget. So I put that in the teacher training, how to lead a meditation. Make sure your charger is with you. Keep a glass of water next to you. All of the steps when you're leading a class, because you may want water, and if you're thirsty and you don't have water, you're not really 100% out there. So when you fail, if there is a lesson, write that lesson down. That can be your freebie. Do not do these 5 tips for your next meditation class. That can be a freebie that you can share with everyone. So there's a lot of content that gets created when you actually fail. Actually, with your failures, you learn more than your success. So success is all about what not to do. They'll tell you in a book how to get success is what this is what you should not do to get that. So failures is what you learn. So you can write a book about it, write a freebie about it, and learn. So yeah, does that answer what you
Yeah,
asked?
that was perfect. That was really great. Everything you said makes sense. Like journaling, how important it is. Write down everything. Positive also your accomplishments, how you prepped, and even negative even more so. Like how to avoid it from next time or how to overcome it. Like how to set the wrong to right. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. That was a brilliant, brilliant point, Pari. Thank you so much.
I've learned because I've done it so many times. Oh my gosh, I've blamed so many people around me. Even though I talk about don't blaming at some point, when it comes to project not happening, I blamed. And I started thinking, what am I doing? Like, why am I blaming Gayatri for not, opening the session on time? I should have taken care. And now sometimes when you're doing it, if Gayatri has taken up the job saying that Pari, I'll be your admin. Like Farah, I said, Farah, can you be the admin and host? And if she's not paying attention to people and not accepting, of course, I'm going to be like, hey, you're not doing that. You're not, pay attention. And that is a part of training, that is a part of grooming. But when you take up a task, take 100% ownership, even if it is volunteering. This is what I say. When you come in as a volunteer, take 100%. Only when you take 100% ownership, you're going to go ahead in any way, in whether in taking up leadership roles. When you are at a company, don't work like an employee, don't work for money. Own it, own that thing for you, and that is what will give you extreme visibility in your company or anywhere. So whether it is a not-for-profit organization, where anywhere, when you say yes, take 100% ownership, and that's how you earn people's trust. That's how you earn that credibility, that authenticity when you are there, and will get you ahead in life. So whenever I want to learn something, I want to get into, I volunteer. That's what I do. In any event, I want to learn how to do event management. I go and say to the best event person, I say, I'm on a volunteer. I want to help you. Tell me everything. I don't give me money, but I'll help you because I'm gaining that information. That is the most important, is getting that information. I've 2018 19 I wanted to do a retreat, first retreat. We did cosmic reset in Virginia. 2018 I went, and there's a lady who does in Chicago pyramid conferences yearly. Some 400 people come every time for that pyramid conference. I told her, I want to help you. Tell me anything. I'll be your errand boy. Whatever you want, send this email, send that email, do this, do that. I will do it for you. Because I wanted to learn. I wanted to know how things get done as an event in management. And I worked with her, and the next event, she helped me with my event every single day. She did, like, how to set up the event and everything. That's how I learned how to do events, how to host, how to organize, how to get people sign up, and all of that. What do you need to do? To do a retreat, you have certain tasks. So start with that. Create a checklist, what you have to do, so that you can replicate every time when you do something. So yes, so thank you. I know we are over time now, so I'm gonna close it right now. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mia. Oh my gosh, look at Mia with all that colors. How did you do that? Okay, that is pretty awesome.
It's automatic.
It's automatic. How do we do it?
I have no idea. I was
Okay.
surprised the first time I saw it.
Huh. That is awesome.
It's an iPad.
Oh, it's an iPad. Okay. So, well, I'm so happy we are here. We finished the 5 master classes, and the mastermind will be super powerful. Lot of resources. Will be a special group who have registered in that, and we'll be sharing everything in that and going deeper. So thank you so much, guys. And we'll continue to see you in the group, Facebook group with all your videos, of course. Farah, I want to see more and more. And I want to see the plans now, taking action, announce. By the way, we'll also have a teacher training program in person now in US. I'm talking to the US people. We want to have a meditation teacher training program in person. And also for all the people who are outside US, online also, we'll be announcing soon about it. So yeah, until then, enjoy, guys. We should be celebrating now, probably. But thank you so much for being here, and yeah, thank you. Bye bye. Bye, everyone.